I want you guys to imagine this. Imagine it's 2024, about March that year, and you're just scrolling on TikTok and you hear these bars. You probably got confused and was like, oh, who is this guy? It's pretty hard. And then you see a white middle class guy that sounds like he's not rapping anything from what I heard. And you're probably like, oh, in the origin story, and you see he's got a bunch of TikToks with millions of views. That guy is Ian, and he has used that strategy to gain a lot of streams. But there's a dark side because Ian's career is not going the best right now due to three reasons that all lead into one main cause of how Ian failed and is one of the worst label experiments in the history of rap. Now, the first reason I got is how quick and fast his rise was. His rise was so quick and fast that I think no one was really prepared for it. 1 second he was an underground artist, the next he was making songs with Lil Yachty, Lyrical Lemonade. Well, actually, the first big song he got, it got put on Lyrical Lemonade. So yeah, Ian like had such a fast rise, and yeah, he grinded a lot before, but he had such a fast rise that I don't think people were prepared for it, and people were gonna question. Because at the start, when Ian was in the underground, a lot of people fucked with him. But this leads into my second opinion on why I think Ian failed. I think one of the main reasons Ian failed is because he abandoned the underground and didn't embrace it. Look at someone who's like Ian Netspin. The public opinion is slowly changing on Netspin because he stuck to the underground, stuck to his sound, and hasn't switched it yet. And I think that's why people like Netspin instead of Ian, because Ian it feels so fake. Like Ian, I don't know, like it doesn't seem real. And yeah, and his label's weird too. They try to like fake a beef with E, but Netspin just stayed in his own lane, grinded up, but now he's at almost 1 million monthly listeners. And yes, Ian is at 5 million, but that 5 million hasn't grown. And you can see that his abandonment on the underground has been bad, because now people are just saying Ian's trash, Ian's this, Ian that, when those same people were bumping and listening to him back in the day. But he just abandoned the underground. It's a very poor choice to make. And the reason I say is he abandoned the underground is because, like, back in the day, like, even when he started, he never collaborated with like any of the main faces like Osama Sun, Netspin, 1AM, Che, like, or Summers. Summers isn't even underground, but like Summers is like one of the goats of that, sound. And it's kind of what Ian started off, or nah, like Until Japan, stuff. He does a lot of like weird stuff. But back to my main point about him, not really collaborating with any of the underground artists. I feel like that was a big mistake, because I feel like if he collaborated with them, the underground would push him. Because that's the difference between like him and Yeet. Because all the way back when Yeet was underground, he would make songs back when Ken Carson was underground with him. So they were building up their communities together, and it's honestly just like, I don't know, it's just weird that he never thought to collaborate with any of his people that like he started off with, and instead he just bites flows. And another reason like that's with that underground stuff is that he switched his sound like hella. So when he started, like, it was more like his sound was a little more underground, but now he is literally just blatantly just ripping off Future, Gucci Mane, and Chief Keef. And it's like, it's a little crazy to see, because he just like, he blatantly just ripped their style, and even Tyler the Creator called it out. And yeah, but my final reason on to why I think Ian had ultimately fell off is because I think that just like the music, the quality of the music fell off a little bit, and the lyrics fell off, and like the sounds of the music fell off. Like, I feel like his first album is so much better than this album, and I don't even understand why. Like, maybe